Dang, this guy will never be my proctologist. Hey guys, it's Lord here, back giving another review. Today we're having a look at the Marvel Legends Sandman Wave. Build-A-Figure, well, Sandman. Whoa! Yeah, this dude is really cool, but he's got one glaring issue that I have to address. But we'll get to that. I will say one thing, he is a little top-heavy because of his giant hands, first of all. Which you can actually interchange with various weapon accessories, which you get with the Symbiote Spider-Man. So that is your optional figure. The Wave couldn't have been Kamala Khan or somebody like that. So they could have given her, you know, something to make her a little better than she was. Oh well. She's got a hammer, or he's got a hammer. Maybe there's a Lady Sandman, I don't know. That would make sense. And he's got a little mace there. So he's definitely armed. The last thing he comes with is this alt head, which is a little bit of a pain to get on. But as you can see, it looks like someone punched him square in the side. And he's screaming bloody murder. But I will say that the regular head is easier to remove. There it is. So, popping it off and putting on the Sandman battle damaged head. Which requires the strength of 1,000 suns. There you go. It is attached. You can look up and down a little bit, side to side. It's got some rock. And it looks up and down slightly on the ball peg. But we're going to take that off, which is way easier than putting it on, because I like the normal head. Mostly because it's a little looser on the ball peg and it doesn't feel like it's going to snap it with too many twists. We're going to leave the hands off for the articulation just so we have room to do it, but you can just leave his arms as stumps if you want. It's kind of stupid, but all of the hands and weapons have hinges, and of course the swivel at the base. I will say on the weapons, the hinge is up and down on the mace, or it can be side to side, whichever you prefer. But on the hammer, it is strictly side to side, so it's more of a rocker, which I'm kind of surprised they did that, because that's not necessarily how a hammer comes down. It usually is a hinge this way, and you can go whoosh. But what do I know? So articulation on him, it's the same figure as Absorbing Man. Apparently one of his legs is longer than the other. I didn't notice that. He's just tricky to stand naturally. But his ab crunch, will move forward one click, back into place, back one click. He's got the shoulders that move out to the side, forward and back, bicep swivel, single joint at the elbow, but you get almost 90 degrees out of it. Maybe you do. Yeah, it looks like you get straight up 90 degrees out of it. He's got a waist swivel, T-jointed hips, and yes, he can do the split C's, which is weird. Yeah. He's got a thigh swivel, double joint at the knee, which works better sometimes than others. And then he's got a swivel at the foot, as well as a hinge and a rocker. So he's got the Taskmaster ankles going on there, which is nice. Just putting his hands back on. And of course you can interchange them. You can have either both hands, both weapons, or one weapon, one hand. The weapons will work on either side of the hands. Obviously having a thumb only work on one side. But that's basic stuff there. Imagine that makes sense to most of you. But yeah, this is this one of the best Build-A-Figures from last year? Yes, I would say, because we've needed a updated Sandman for a while. Some people can't afford that Toy Biz one. I was one of them, and then that Toy Biz one like plummeted in value, so whatever, I suppose. Yeah, he stands fine though. With his arms down, just when you have him posed, he's a little tricky. But here he is next to another well-known, that's stupid, Spider-Man villain, the Green Goblin, there. Mr. Norman Osborn, who doesn't want to stand, so prop him up. He's about a head taller, I would say. Head and a half. I'll say head and a half, roughly. Green Goblin's a little taller anyways, I think. So, yeah, overall, that is, well, he dropped his pumpkin bomb, whatever. Stupid thing didn't stand to begin with. That is a look at the Sandman Build-A-Figure. He is really good. Is he the best from last year? No, I wouldn't say so, because there's one glaring issue. He does not have alternate normal arms, which I would probably display him with, because these ones would take up so much space it's not even funny. But given the fact that he's on the Absorbing Man body, it would have been nice to get the regular Absorbing Man arms painted up in this guy's colors, so you could do that. And also, these arms are not interchangeable with the SDCC version, being he's all sand. Maybe it would have been nice if that was just the regular Sandman with this head, and then the Build-A-Figure just had this head and those arms. I would have probably bought that figure. Now I'm on the fence whether I buy it or not, because it is a fully sanded up version of Mr. Sandman here. So with that being said, I'm going to give this figure a 9 out of 10, just because of the fact that the head, well, mostly this head is very, very tight and should be a little bit looser like this one, so you don't snap that pig and break it and cry for an hour. I didn't do that, but I know people who probably will. And I also wish that he was a little bit more stable, because he's a little loosey-goosey in the hips. Thus, he likes to fall a lot and annoy me. And then there's, of course, the alt arms. And yeah, so he's got a few issues, but nothing insane. I do like him a lot, though, so I have to give him that. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Stay tuned for something a little different, because we are done with Legends. No, I don't have the Guardians Wave because my area sucks. But yeah, with that being said, till next time, I'll catch you guys later.